Hey, it's What's Up Wednesday with James, and today I want to bring a reminder to everybody and kind of set the expectations of what should take place at the end of our transactions. You know, we get everything set up, we get ready for the closing, and you know what happens then. Well, my advice to my agents is to make sure that, especially if you can get the settlement statement, the ALTA, the HUD settlement statement prior to closing, make sure you take some time and go over those numbers with your respective client, whether you have the buyer or the seller. It's really important that that buyer and or seller has an understanding and knows what's fixing to take place the next day when they're going to be sitting at the closing table with the attorney. Well, if they've never bought a home, they don't know that. You know, for folks that have bought 2 or 3 homes over their lifetime, it's kind of pretty much the same. Forms may change a little bit, but other than that, some people just don't know what to expect. And so I want to make sure that I'm clear today on the expectations and what we should do as real estate agents to prepare our clients for the table. You know, making sure that they understand what to expect on the settlement statement, to make sure that if they're the buyer, you know, I met this week with my buyer the day before closing at the bank with the HUD, with the wiring instructions, just because I wanted to make sure that my client was taken care of at the bank, which Bank of America did a great job, and we were able to get that money safely wired over to the law firm. So right after that was over, I called the law firm and said, hey, I just want to verify that you received the funds. It wasn't 2 minutes later and she calls me back and says, yep, we got them. So that was a big relief. And then I called my client back and said, hey, just want to let you know that everything's good. The bank had successfully wired the funds over to the attorney, and the attorney has secured those. So that takes a big load off of somebody's mind, especially when there's a lot of potential wire fraud out there. So I think at the end of the day, we need to go above and beyond our duties to make sure that we've set that expectation and give great customer service to our clients. So, you know, make sure also when you're going to the closing table that you get there on time. I've been in closings before when the other agent shows up 15 minutes late. In some cases, I've been there before when I've seen an agent walk in right when everything's wrapping up. That's not good representation. You know, if you're going to be there, be on time, greet everybody in the lobby, make sure they set the expectations. In some cases, a lot of closing law firms wants 1 or 2 sets of IDs to make sure that the person buying or selling is truly who they are. Have those conversations, have those heart-to-hearts. Make sure that your client is set up to where they understand they can either accept a check at closing if they're getting proceeds back, or you know, do they want their monies wired to their account? And if they do, they need to make sure they provide the bank information with the account number and routing number of their particular bank to the closing attorney, so that they can successfully wire those proceeds back into that respective client's bank account. And then after that, I always think that it's a good idea to send everybody a quick thank you note, thanking the buyer and the seller and the closing attorney and the lender if there's one involved, and the other agent. Just a little handwritten note saying thank you very much. We appreciate being in business together. Appreciate you taking care of the transaction. And matter of fact, after my closing yesterday, I picked up the phone and called the pre-closer and thanked her for all her hard work, because you know the pre-closers in these law firms do all the legwork to make all this happen. So just be grateful for that, and then share that gratitude back with those that have helped you succeed by getting your buyer and your seller to that table and have a successful closing. So I want to just share that with you today. That was kind of on my heart, and I want to just, you know, for anybody that's listening, whether it's a buyer or seller, kind of let them know what to expect. And then from the perspective of my agents with Southern Classic Realtors, what I expect them to be doing to represent our clients properly and show them the love, and at the end of the day, make sure that everything goes successful. Listen, lenders make mistakes, attorneys make mistakes, we're all human, and it'd be nice for you to be there so that we can make sure that those numbers are correct. And then if they do have any questions, a lot of times they'll revert back to you, the agent, or me, the broker, and ask questions at the closing table. Now, that doesn't mean the attorney can't answer the questions, but the attorney represents the lender at the end of the day. And we will make sure that they have any questions, that they feel comfortable with that questions asking to the attorney and or to us. So I think it's very important. And it's always nice at the end to be able to celebrate the closing. You know, it's a big day, it's enthusiastic, it's exciting and rewarding, and that's what this business is all about. So help others, and by helping others, you know, the word will get out and it spreads and good things happen, and karma's awesome when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I hope today's message has been very good for you. Wrap these things up, put a bow on it, and wish everybody the very best. Until next week, this is What's Up Wednesday with James, and I hope everybody has a great rest of the week, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. See ya.